Hello everyone. Today I'm going to try and do a tutorial for MKS for you TTs out there. Um, I'm just gonna like break down all the optimal strats that I do in my run since I have world records. So I'd say all my strats that I do are fully optimized on this track. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and explain it and hopefully it helps any of you MKS TTs out there. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First turn, you don't need to do that double hop. I just do it, I guess. I don't know. Just always done it, so you don't have to do it. But you wanna drift about like a second after your startup boost. You could go a bit earlier than I did. Um, if you're using like Dry Bowser or Wario, um, you definitely want to drift earlier there. But if you're just using Waluigi Wiggler, Roy Wiggler, DK Wiggler, drifting a bit late is fine because yeah. And that turn, you can soft drift that turn. I don't. I hard drift because it saves like 1 frame. Doesn't really matter. You can just soft drift that turn. And if you do soft drift that turn, you get a better alignment for this next Nisk. But since my run is fully optimized, I just go for as tight as possible on every single turn, basically. So right here, you do a hop to align yourself back, and you do another hop to the left, and then do a neutral right drift, I think, like that. And then, yeah, drift to the right, you charge your mini turbo a little bit. And then when you're entering this, you want to enter exactly around here. For this first, for lap 1 Nisk. For lap 2, you could, lap 2 and 3, it doesn't really matter. You could go around here, or you could go around here. It doesn't matter, I'll explain it when we get there. But for this first Nisk, if you're doing the 3-hop method like what I do, if you're fully optimizing your MKS run, you want to go right in between here. That's your best bet because this strat is honestly pretty much all luck. For me, it's like a 70% chance because I've played this track so much. So after a while, I've just gotten the hang of it, but it's basically all luck. Um, but if you go around here though, it's you get it pretty consistently. But if you're going for optimize, you go around here. And then you release the SMT as late as possible. Try and do some tests with it because like you might release too late, release too early. It's pretty difficult, honestly. It's pretty much all luck, honestly. You want to get a good entry, um, release the SD as late as possible, and then do 3, I would say right hops. It's a bit difficult to explain to be honest, but like, yeah, you just do 3 hops and then you wall clip. That wall clip is very crucial if you're doing the 3 hop, by the way. If that wall clip is way too difficult, just do the lap 2 and lap 3 Nisk that I do, that method, I'll explain it when we get there. But yeah, that wall clip is crucial. You can get a lucky wall clip Nisk, but it's all luck. Just get a good wall clip like me, so then when you clip it, you land right on the barrier part, the red and white part. And then when you land, you keep your speed and you do a drift right after the 3rd hop. And then that should charge pretty quickly. And then you get another MT. This MT, honestly, you don't really need to do it. Probably saves like a frame. Um, if you don't want to do it, just get this MT like more to the right and then just do 2 hops to align yourself. So you get that coin, but then you're also like going in that direction, the way like my mouse is going. If you want to do this MT though, you can. It's really simple. But you got to do the 2 hops after again to align yourself. You do a lot of hopping in this track. It might be annoying, but it is what it is if you want to be fully optimized on this bitch. But yeah, this Nisk is pretty tough. So for lap 1, you want to go about around here. Um, with this Nisk though, like, I don't know, it's tough to explain, but for lap 1, since you only have 3 coins, go around here, right after this light thing. As you can see, if I could like, maybe, yeah, like, I'm like right to the right of the light. That's where you want to go for lap 1 since you don't have enough coins. And you just want to release your MT, and then right as you release your MT, hop, and then you should get a good hop. And then right as you like land, you want to hop out of the grass so you keep your speed. And then and then with this hop, you drift into the ramp and you want to like trick ASAP basically. You could like let the drift go for a little bit and you get a little bit more air, and I think it's the same, but you don't want to trick, like you don't want to drift into it for a while and then trick and then get a high trick. That's slower, so just drift into it and then trick as soon as possible, but don't trick too early because if you trick like around here, like right here, like right as you land, you won't get the trick. So that's why when I do this hop, I drift into it for like a split second and then trick. So I get a low trick, and yeah. Honestly, that's difficult to explain to you. Like, oh my God. But yeah, and then when you get that trick, you land about around here. It does depend though. Like, this is like the lowest trick you could get, honestly. Unless you get a slowness, which with the grass hop, um, sometimes you'll get the grass hop, but like you'll slow a tiny bit. So if you're on fully optimized, you want to get the grass hop perfectly, so you keep all your speed, get a good trick. You'll tell if you get a slow grass nisk by the sound or by where you land, because if you get a slow grass hop, you'll land into the grass. But yeah, let's just go past that. I feel like I talked way too much on that. And then also, I think I did it. Yeah, I do a drift and then a hop. You don't have to do the hop unless if um you land about around here and you have to hop over this tiny bit of grass, do the hop. But you want to do like a tiny drift to re-align yourself. The hop isn't necessary, but it's pretty sad. It's just more satisfying to do. You don't have to do that spin drift. That spin drift is just a flex. It's sometimes slower too if you do that spin drift, if you like get a high hop. Like you just do a normal, so you drift, but then you just like neutral your way into the coins. Like you don't turn, you don't wobble. You just glide into the coins. Turn a tiny bit, glide, and then yeah. Release the MT like right before the second coin. Start another drift, a left drift, and then here just go as tight as possible. Definitely hard drift here. Um, don't like fully soft drift here because it is pretty slow if you want to be fully optimized. But if you don't like hard drifting, just soft drift this turn. You'll get the UMT quicker if you do soft drift. But I hard drift this turn. Go as tight as possible. Um, with this turn, it is best to use Waluigi because you can see more clearly like where your alignment is with Waluigi, but with Roy and DK it's a bit more difficult. But since like I played this track so much, I kind of just had it memorized like how to drift. So it didn't really matter. If you want to go as tight as possible, most people probably use Waluigi on this track as Waluigi Wiggle. It's the most like it's the best combo. So I don't think I'd see anybody using DK or Roy. But yeah. So you want to release this UMT ASAP, right as you get it. Do a hop, a right hop, and then right after you do, I think it's I don't know what it's called, but like you do like a slide, you know? I'll just call it a slide. I actually don't know what it's called. Like yeah, you slide, so then this next MT you get it easier. So you slide. Um, with this glider, it's gonna be different for everyone. I'll try to explain it exactly how I do it. But with my angle, it doesn't really matter where you angle it, as long as you're within like these two arrows, I'd say. If you're here, um, it's not that bad, but if you're doing motion glider, it is bad. Here, you probably could get away with it if you do like a panda glider, where it just like abuses the hell out of motion. But if you want to be smooth, like how I do my motions, which is the fastest way, you want to go around here. But with my glider though, like I activate motion about around a little bit back here. Like right here is where I activate motion. And then when I do activate motion, my character slides a bit to the right. So it's going to be different. That's why I said it's going to be different. So I slide a bit there. And then right here, I go down. I have motion on here. If it's too difficult to do the motion like down and then up, either do the down motion, pause the game, and then, get ready for the up motion. But if you can't do that, the other way is you could just go down with no motion and then do the up with motion, like when you're going up here to get the coins and then doing the shroom. It obviously is slower, so if you want to optimize it all, have motion on the whole time. And just pray you get a good angle, honestly. Like, since, I know I said this a lot of times, but since I've had a lot of practice on this track, my angles, like, probably 80% of the time, I got the 8 coins and got a perfect alignment. Um, do some, training though on this shit, because this shit is difficult, this motion. Like, the angle has to be actually perfect. I don't know why I just went back, my bad. But yeah, so, yeah, like, my angle's this. I keep this angle like the whole way. I might sort of a bit to the right because with this angle, it's a bit too like left, you might see, but I get the top 3 coins is where you'd want to aim. Um, just so either with these coins, you either want to go these 3, or the best way is these 3, and then you want to hit around like here so you get all 3 of them. You want to leave these 2 coins, I'd say. Or these 2. You definitely want to keep this coin. This coin is is probably the one that you'd go for. But for me, I went for this coin. I used to go for this coin, but I found a different way to do motion, so now I go for that coin for lap 2. But keep one of these 3 coins, but make sure you get the 3 coins here. You could also go with 2. But yeah, just get the 3 coins. Keep the angle. You see, my angle goes like a bit to the right because with this lineup, if I stayed that way, I'm definitely hitting that wall. So I like move a bit move my stick a tiny bit to the right. And then with the shroom, you just want to shroom like a second after you get the coins. So how I did the shroom was like when I sort of like saw this clearly. It's like around here is probably where I shroomed. Yeah. It's like right as I see that or pass it is where I shroomed. Um, just don't shroom too late. That's like shrooming early is actually fine. I'll explain it lap 2. But yeah, shroom if you want to like fully test it, the best shroom is when your shroom ends right as you're about to hit this pipe or as you hit it. Um, or like before it. Like if it's after it, then it's a late shroom. But yeah, you go here and then you just flick your controller and just go. And you also want to, if you hit this pipe, that means you have a great alignment and you're gonna make it. If you don't hit it, if you go like around it, it's slow. If you go like past it like here, make sure your motion glider isn't like too like this, like how mine is right now. Like make sure it's a bit more up straight so you don't hit the ground because this motion glider is like it's tough as like every single time I did this, I'm always like really close to the ground. So like I just see like look how close I am to the ground right now. Like it's tough as. If you want to take a really safe motion, just make your angle like a bit more upright. So like you go like around here, around those barrels, and then land. But most optimal gliders like that. Um, those barrels, I went through it. That is kind of lucky because if you hit those barrels in a bad way, you lose a couple frames. But I went through them basically, so that's a really good motion. And then yeah, you just keep on going, and then like right after the barrels is when you just stop motioning and you go down. And when you go down, you want to land around the finish line. I land before it. It doesn't really matter too much. Just make sure you get a good landing that's around to the left here, because it's the fastest. Like if you're wide, obviously it's slower. But this is gonna be a tough thing to explain, honestly. With when I land, I do a spin drift. I'll just quickly show it. So you see, I spin drift there. So you see how like my character, that was too late. So my character, when I land, I like get, it's like I'm about to do a right drift, but then instead I do a left drift. This strat is, I honestly, I'm pretty sure it's faster. It is way more smoother, and this MT you get, um, charges quicker because of the spin drift. Because every time you spin drift, the charge of the mini turbo is like when you do a normal drift, you know? It's hard to explain, but spin drifting there is just way better. I do it all the time there because like it just like for this MT that you get here, it's just way more smoother. So you can go out. But if you don't do it, you'll still get like the same. I don't know, man. This is tough as to explain. You just if you don't do a spin drift, just land and do a left drift. Charge that thing for a little bit. The spin drift charges the MT, if that makes sense for me. Like I don't know, man. Try my hardest, but you want to charge that MT. You want to go a bit out, so you're holding right. I'd say here. You're going right, and then this MT will charge. Um, as soon as it charges, release it, then do a right drift. Um, Another way to do this actually, I'm pretty sure Second World White does this. So if you want to watch their run, so they get this MT straight away. Like they're holding soft drift left the whole way, and then they get the MT as soon as possible. They do a hop to realign themselves and then do the drift. This way, it may be faster, but it is way more difficult because this next SMT part is difficult as. So that's why I do this method. So this next SMT is simple as. So you just do a basic SMT, go as tight as possible. You see, like, I'm literally as tight as possible here. And then release it as soon as possible. And then you just do the double hop. So then, and then you drift. It's the same thing as lap one. It's a bit more tougher though, since like you're going fast with 8 coins. And then you want to go about the same spot. See, I basically went the same spot. You want to get a good entry, release SMT as late as possible. And then this is actually different than lap one because you have more coins this time, so it's faster. It's actually not, it's still slower, but it is way more safer and way easier. So that's why I do it on lap 2 and 3. Release the SMT as late as possible. Do a hop, like a rightish hop. Um, it's not a full right hop, that's for sure. And then when you do that right hop, you want to stay like, just hold A and be neutral for like, I don't even know, like a split second maybe? And then the second this light bulb is, or whatever this is, this circle thing is crucial with this NISC if you want to get it perfectly. You want to hop the second you get on this light bulb, but you want to hop, you don't want to hop in the middle of it. I mean, you can hop in the middle of it, but it's obviously slow. You want to hop like about, like right as you're about to hit, or like on the side of it, this right side. See, I'm on the right side of it basically. You want to hop there. And I don't know why, for some reason when you hop there, you get like a boost. Like that, I'll play it just normal speed, but you get like a cool boost, so that's why it's faster. You see that boost there? That's why that strat is faster, and it's way easier too, than the 3 hop. If you want though, you can do the 3 hop method here with the wall clip, but it is way more difficult with 8 and 10 coins. It is it is like 2 frames faster. I've tested it and I saw someone else test it. I saw the second white person test it. It is a couple frames faster, but it is way more difficult and you have to release the SMT earlier because you will fly further than you did on lap 1. So that's why I do 2 hop method here. It's only a couple frames slower and is way easier, way better, smoother. And then you get the MT and you do the double hop like what I said on lap 1. If you don't want to go for that MT on lap 1, just do 2 hops into this middle coin. Get that middle coin, just like go here and then right as you hit this blue shit, I don't know what that is, the anti-grav, the little anti-grav, you want to start your left drift and then you're holding right here and you want to align yourself with the light bulb again. Right as you release your drift, do a hop. Pray that your hop is timed perfectly because you can hop too early, you can hop too late here. Yeah, it's really precise as. So you want to get a perfect hop here, and then perfect grass hop, and then here release the do like a drift into the ramp, but as soon as you like do that drift into the ramp, you want to trick. And since you have more coins here, you will land about about here. This Nisk was a bit slow. Usually I would land about around here and then do the quick right drift and then hop. But it's a little bit slow, so yeah, and then the drift right hop to align yourself. This part's a bit different. You want to drift about a second after you've done that. And then for the perfect alignment, you want to align yourself with this red thingy around like here, the left part of the red thing, or like the white side of this. Anywhere around where my mouse is like hovering over is like the perfect spot. Around here is okay, but that means you'll get a bit of a like wider exit. So either way, it's like the same. But if you want to get the best exit, you want to go around here. And then you get the MT. It's basically the second Nisk. MT, as soon as you get the MT, hop, and you'll hop into this Nisk. You go into the grass, and then you do two perfect grass hops, like that. If the two hops are too difficult, go like around this white part, and then land about around here, and then just do one hop. Um, the one hop is way easier, but if you want to optimize it, just do the two perfect hops. It's pretty easy. It's like way easier than the second Nisk. And then and then with that second hop, you do a drift, and you get a UMT here. Release that as soon as possible. Right here, I think you don't have to do a slide, like what I did lap one. You do like a slide, so then you get this MT quicker. You don't have to do that, but you get a better alignment for the motion glider, so I just do it. And then right here, I'm actually like doing like the gliding drift, so like I'm just drifting. Like I charge it here, and then I just glide here. So I'm gliding like just that way. But I get like the MT like perfectly. So you don't even see me get the MT, but I know I've got it. And then yeah, it gets released. You don't do a low glide here, by the way. You let the MT release on its own. And then with lap 2 and lap 3 motion, you could probably do like the down motion and the up motion because you just need to get one coin. So here you go down. If you want to do it the way I do it, I go down a bit more than I did on lap 1 because I'm going for the bottom coin. And this way is a little bit faster because I used to go for this coin, but I didn't go down more. But since I go for this coin, I go down a bit more, and it's a bit faster since you're doing more motion, and you're getting more like, yeah, you're just going down more, and then you go up. Also, if you're doing this method when you're more down, you see like how low I am compared to before. Shroom earlier. So shroom like right as you get the coin, I think. I think that's when I shroom. Oh no, I think I shroomed like a tiny bit earlier, but definitely shroom like right after you get the coin if you are low. If you're high though, shrooming later is fine. But when you shroom late, you get more air earlier. So then yeah, so you don't hit the ground because this, like I said, yeah, this motion part is just like perfect as. Holy shit, bro! I've been going for 23 minutes. What the hell? I'm not on lap 3. Okay, I didn't even realize. Okay, yeah, you wanna hit the pipe for the best alignment. Hit the pipe. That means you have a good alignment for this part. You can go through the barrels, but I think I go a bit wide here, so like I hit the right side of this barrel. Yeah, I did. And same thing, you turn off motion and you go down here, land around here before the finish line. Do the spin drift if you want, you don't have to. Spin drift is just cleaner and better. Get the MT, and it's basically the same thing. Lap 3. And we'll just watch it. That second Nisk was a bit wide. Only lost a little bit though. That's like the only error of lap 3. I'm pretty sure I go really down here though. Yeah, see, like I go really down to like the bottom coin. Shroomed a bit earlier. The motion was actually, I'm surprised I got this when I got this run. I was actually surprised I did motion because you see, like I turn a bit to the right, sorry, because I'm hitting the wall if I kept that same alignment. So it was a bit slow, and then I had to turn back to the angle that I was again. I hit the pipe really, like you see, like I hit the pipe like really weirdly compared to the other ones. So it was a bit of a wonky lap three, I'll be honest, but it was still good. It was still enough to get a small PB. My final PB on MKS. I don't know if I ever return to this track. Probably not. But yeah, just do the motion and then, oh yeah, also with the lap three motion, you just want to hold up the whole time. So about around here, you're keeping the same alignment, but then you want to like slowly turn your motion back up. You see how I'm slowly like going up? So then I don't hit this wall. That ending was a bit wide. Usually when I do this motion here, I'm like I'm like hitting this wall, but it was a bit wide. That also lost a bit of it. That lap three was pretty wonky, I'll be honest. But yeah, it was enough for a PB, so it is what it is. It was only a .008 PB. But yeah, that's basically how I play MKS. I can't believe that took 26 minutes. Wow, I did not expect that. Um, yeah, that's pretty long. Yeah, my water park one was only like 10 minutes, so. But maybe because like this track is like, if you want to do the full strats, it's like optimized as heck. I'm pretty sure I've said optimize at least 20 times. I'm very sorry if that's been pissing people off. It's just it's a good word, honestly. It sounds good, but yeah, that's basically how to play MKS, or how I play it. But yeah, hope you learnt something from that. And yeah, see you later.